Okay guys, welcome back for another review. There's probably a lot of you guys out there wondering how much money do you have to spend on a webcam for live streaming or just being out there for video conferencing or whatever the case may be. And webcams can be very pricey. I remember the day when we saw webcams all the time and they were very expensive, and then webcams kind of died off because they were built in laptops and so on, and nobody needed a webcam anymore. But now webcams are getting extremely popular, especially with live streaming, YouTube, and so on, that they're back with a vengeance. And when I say back with a vengeance, there's some crazy prices out there. So guys, we're going to compare this $45 webcam against Logitech and my 4K camera, keeping everything running in 1080p to be fair. This is a 1080p HD webcam. I am not going to put a 4K camera up against it in 4K mode because that would be completely and not fair. So guys, sit back, relax, and let's see what a $45 webcam can really do. Okay, so this is the, I'm going to say, I don't know if I can pronounce this right, so if you guys are watching this, I'm sorry, but Akyta PC webcam. This is the HD webcam 1080p, and wow, I'm actually really impressed here because I've played around a lot of 1080p cameras and this is looking really good. I gotta say, like, I'm at a loss for words. I didn't expect this to be so sharp, so clean. Like, the zoom on it is actually phenomenal. Guys, I don't even know what to say here. I mean, this is my first time using this camera and it blew away all expectations. This is a $45 aftermarket camera. This is not Logitech. This is this other company now coming out. I'm absolutely, I don't know what to say here. Hey, now I'm seeing disappointment. Like, I knew this camera wasn't a camera for me, but this is the Logitech $90 camera here, 1080p, and I gotta say, it looks like crap compared to the other camera. I mean, there's no comparison here. This camera was great when I was doing a small box in a game, when I was recording video, but you can see the blur here. It's just not anywhere near as sharp as this $45 camera. I mean, there is no comparison. And having the very short USB cable is also a complete disaster. I don't know what they were thinking when they made this camera. And to call it a 1080p camera, I just don't know. The lens, I mean, when you get close, it does zoom in beautifully. It really does. And it looks pretty clear. Okay guys, so this is my 4K camera recording in 1080p, so we're keeping all these cameras at 1080p record levels. Now, I'm using this camera as a comparison, so this will be the, in my opinion, should be, in my opinion, the best possible video from a webcam in this mode. So, just a comparison, this is my 4K camera recording in 1080p, to be all fair with all cameras in this review, to be at the same level. So now we're doing low light. I just want to see how these cameras react in low light. And I got a little bit of light coming off my other screen over here, as you can see. And I'm going to back up a bit here. And I got to say, like, this camera is very clean. It's very smooth. I'm not having any, I mean, there's a bit of blur when you move really, really fast, but I expect that. Overall, so far, I can't find anything that I really have to say that's bad on this. I will give comments, of course, as I move on, based on, you know, playing it back and listening to the sound quality and this, that, whatever. But other than that, I'm highly impressed with what we have here. I'm going to turn off now this other screen. We're going to be in very low light. Okay, so now we're in extreme low light. This is the lighting that you would have if you were playing in the dark. And this is exactly what this is. This is playing in the dark. And I'm still blown away. Like, I'm actually impressed at how low light this camera still sees me. It still makes out everything nicely. I've never seen these light up before like that. It's kind of cool. So, yeah, let's move on to the next camera. So here's where this camera reacts in low light. It's like, again, it's not a bad camera. It's not a great camera by any means. Back here, get the shine off from the TV over here. You can see why I upgraded to my 4K camera, clearly. Now we're going to do the no light. Wow, I pretty much disappeared. Also, you can see the angle, the camera angles, like being a wide angle versus this more narrow angle and so on. And if I go back, I pretty much just fall. I mean, my ears are showing, yay. But I've pretty much lost me, clearly. I got to be really close. Like, this camera is absolute garbage in no light. Okay, guys, so here is my 4K camera in 1080p, of course. So just want to make that clear again, in low light. I have to say this looks absolutely beautiful. Like, I mean, here's me back. This camera made me so happy. But we got to compare here. We're looking at, let's say, $200 worth of tech versus that $45 camera. That $45 camera is very impressive. So, that said, that is amazing. So now let's try this camera in low light just to see how it competes. Or no light. Wow. So, I disappeared. Huh. Here's where I cannot believe it. I'm absolutely blown away right now. The $45 camera destroys my expensive cam in no light. Absolutely destroys it. That actually is an eye-opener. Now, I don't play in no light, but I do play like this in low light, which this camera does perform well in, but the $45 camera has done well in all aspects. Yeah, there's a little bit more true tones on this cam, and I flip and hope so. But again, it was just a comparison. But that other camera looks really good. I'm just going to go and head off now to the pros and cons and wrap this up. We'll start here with the cons of this little camera. Okay. I'm still thinking. Hold on. Doesn't really have any. If you compare it to the 4K camera, yes, it definitely had one con: color tone and depth. The 4K camera, in my opinion, you can comment below if you do not believe that, but I think the 4K camera recording in 1080p had much better true-to-life color tones. We went over the cons. There really isn't anything that would stop you from paying $45 for this webcam. What are the pros? The pros is this one super long USB cable that most webcams don't come with. At least the Logitech equivalent did not. And I'll show you how long the Logitech equivalent's cord is. So guys, here's the Logitech C615. Here's the cord. Like, seriously? This is a major pro. A lot of, like I said, brand name cameras come with these short cables. I have a Microsoft 720p camera that I was using before this. The cable's a little longer, thank you Microsoft, but not a whole lot. This little camera definitely has more than enough USB cable length. And thick enough, well flexible, so it doesn't feel cheap. The camera actually looks and feels as the equivalency of a Logitech, but in my opinion, better lens, better CMOS sensor by any means. The other pros, well, it was definitely 1080. It was definitely recording in 1080. This thing looks like it's recording, if it's lucky, in 720, and it still did not look good. I'm not sold or impressed by this Logitech, and it really hurts me to say it because I paid $79 or $89 for it when I bought it, but it was a few years ago. But I went into Best Buy today to confirm, and there's still $89.99 on the shelf. Hopefully they improved it somehow. I have no idea how, but hopefully they did. Another pro, well, one, you get this nice little stand, which is kind of cool if you just wanted to lay it somewhere else on your desk and have it angling at you, or you didn't have to have it on your monitor. That is actually pretty cool. Keep in mind, the $45 camera with a tripod now. The other thing that was really cool is the lens cover. So you just peel off the adhesive, stick it on, and you have a privacy cover. That is amazing at its price level. That just alone right there screams, hey, try me out. Another massive pro, of course, and very disappointing for me, is low light and no light tech on this camera. In low light, yes, my 4K and 1080p, in my opinion, was still sharper and cleaner. In no light, my 4K camera completely failed. Now, it's not as important, but there are people that are going to be recording in no light. I usually have a screen on the side showing me the chat room of my live stream, so I have some light coming in. So in low light, my 4K camera performed perfectly. Weirdly, I never tried it in no light until today, and to my surprise, I'm actually disappointed. This little camera here pulled off no light absolutely beautifully. And to that, I gotta say, guys, for $45 Canadian, how can you go wrong? Okay, guys, I hope you liked the review of this webcam. I tried to simplify it like I always do. Any which way I can possibly simplify a review, I try to do it that way. And the reason why I'm doing that, of course, is I want to be out there for the average person. I don't want to be the whole tech response rates, the speeds, and this, that, whatever. You see for yourself what the product is doing. You either like it or you don't. And I gotta say, guys, for $45, I'll have the link, as I said, below. If you wish to purchase a webcam and you're looking for a new webcam to do anything from streaming to gaming to just live stream or having chats with your family and friends overseas or anywhere in the world, I recommend this webcam. Until next time, game over.
But I like the clarity. It's seems like it is a very it's wonderful, sharp webcam. Detail is pretty good. I'm not sure about sound quality until I play this back, so we'll find out. But I think it's a really good webcam. It's I think it's as good, if not better, than the last one that I reviewed. And like I said, the only thing I don't really care for is the fisheye thing. But I think that probably is something that can be changed or fiddled with, you know. And it's not so bad that I can't, you know, tolerate it. Like right now, it seems like, but I like it. It's a good webcam, and I'm looking forward to getting to play around with some of the settings on it. Okay, that's it.
So check out the quality. This is actually the C922X Pro, and let me change it actually, sorry, to this one right here. Now look at the quality of that. It's actually more crisp and the color balance is actually better. You switch it back. You can see this one is a lot more kind of fuzzy. Maybe hard to pick up, but let's do a light test. So I have the blinds almost completely closed here. And here is, okay, so right now we're on the C922. We're going to switch over. And you can see the actual quality is a little bit more crisp. In person on my 4K monitor, you can actually tell a little bit better, but yeah, this is pretty crazy for the price. I may be replacing all of my webcams with this one, given the quality.
If you're looking for a budget camera that has a really good quality, this camera would be it. After adjusting it for like a little bit, like here and there, like adjusting it to your liking, it has really good quality. As you can see, it doesn't lag. It's not too choppy. You can see everything that's happening back there because I have a mirror. Yeah, if you're new to creating videos, content creating, streaming, this camera is definitely worth the price. It is under $40, so it's budget wise, it's okay. Yeah, I don't see myself upgrading my camera like soon, because this camera is good enough to, you know, capture my face and make it not look as terrible as my old webcam. So yeah, definitely worth the price and definitely worth checking it out.